Wink wink. Bacon. You might be surprised how much speech can differ from one group of people to another, even if they all reside upon the same small island. Success or failure of a mission can sometimes depend upon whether you use the correct terminology in front of the right people. For example, there is a curious place in Minus End where three uniquely named streets share the same common nickname, Bloody Road. Aristocrats call one of the roads Bloody because a certain woman lives on it who assists with the issue of unwanted children. Uh, the Wolf Gang called one of the roads Bloody because they were unable to extend their territory past it and were always repelled by the righteous. The fishermen called one of the roads Bloody because a great many of them died on the cliffs near it. It is a city block between three roads. On the porch of one of the buildings here you find your coin beneath a loose board. Hmm. Huh. Freeze. Okay. Called bloody, but hmm. It's like Syndicate Street could be one of them. And Sinking Street for the second one. Was the Wolf Gang called one of the roads bloody because they were unable to extend their territory past it? Fishman called one of the roads bloody because a great many of them died on cliffs near it. Hmm. Hmm. Otherwise, it's Ripper Street. Uh, to me, it sounds like Syndicate Street, Sinking City. Question where the third one can be then. Aristocrat call one rose blood because a certain woman lives on it. Fisherman call one rose blood because a great many of them died on the cliffs near it. I think I have to go and switch my outfit. Let's see if there is anything here. I can talk to people so they can give us some hints.
Could you help me? A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer. Excuse me, just one question. Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Oh, I am bored. Call me when you find the answer.
Hmm. There's no fast travel over here that I have found. Oh no.
Buy some clothes and help me feed my family. Step right up.
Okay. What the heck? A red queen dress. What the freaking heck? John's armor. You can never be too prepared. What the? Oh, it's just funny. Big plate in front of you. Gunslinger body armor. Traditional Ukrainian outfits from frog wearers with love. No. Okay, let's buy that one. Buy the work is a apron.
I hope you'll be comfortable in it.
One man's trash is another man's furniture.
Buy some clothes and help me feed my family. Step right up.
What the heck? Toy parrot? Okay. Oh God.
Why would you even come here then?
One man's trash is another man's furniture. Take a look, maybe something will catch your eye. I hope you like what you bought.
Oh,
What the heck? Ice cream man cap.
clothes will be worn well, take my word.
Sit up. Achoo.
Is this familiar to you?
Ah, you are a sailor. I doubt I can be of help to you.
We need to talk to another sailor. We can try and do go under a bridge now.
May I ask you something?
I'd help you if I could, but I know nothing.
I ask you something?
I'd help you if I could, but I know nothing.
Oh, let me get some coffee. Be right back. Okay, so nobody has something to say. This may not be the correct place either then.
Could you help me?
You won't get any answers from me.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I don't know, but I'm sure there are others who'd be glad to help a fella in uniform.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
This guy won't talk to me. Oh, really? What the heck? Okay.
Antonio Manuel de Vilhena, the Grand Master of
That was
Malta,
just
one of
lucky.
the first to mint his
Finding
own
that
coin.
one.
They were rather short-lived, unfortunately.
Okay.
12 zucchini, first ever minted. This was part of Father's original collection. He won it at an auction in
Yeah, let's
Barcelona
walk
the same year
backwards
I
and
was
press
born.
Z. Because it shows the what you can interact with. Okay. But I was on the right path, though it was that path. Okay, Then is a question what this is. I wonder if that is what I'm correct about or if I'm totally out of. Hmm. Hmm. Means I'm probably gonna have to go there and find somebody. Oh well. Let's go and do a something else. Looking for coins. Because this one would be difficult to. Still not another fast travel spot up here. We have to walk all the way over there. Hmm. Looking for a fast travel point over there.
Is this familiar to you?
Are you talking to me? Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening. Intentionally.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
May I ask you something?
Unfortunately, my casebook is empty on this.
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry. You sure you know what you're doing?
Help me, please.
I'd help you if I could, but I know nothing.
Help me.
What's up?
Okay.
Nice to see you. Look who's here.
Criminals.
Is this familiar to you?
I don't trust you. You are pirates.
Oh wait.
May I ask you something?
I wish I could help you, mister, but I can't.
Time to check your who, what, and what, Sherry. Who are you asking? About what and dressed as what?
I think I need to go and buy some more outfits. I can. Suppose we're gonna have to wait until we have more money before we can do things here.
Buy some clothes and help me feed. Step right up.
Hmm. That one? Hmm.
I hope you'll be comfortable in it.
I need some more money. Let's go and do one of these instead. Oh, that one is way off. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know what I need to do to trigger next part in this one. Hmm. Didn't expect those two. Okay. Let's go
That
ahead
does sound
and
vaguely familiar. Wasn't his name, Theodore Gilden, perhaps?
wretch Goliath would murder us all. Mark my words.
May I ask for your assistance?
Excuse me? What? I'm not sure I know.
Destruction and trampled ground. Destruction and trampled ground.
Okay.
Oof, a contortionist you were not. A belt from a dressing gown, curious. Disjointed vertebrae. Difficult to say if it was a way to start or finish him off. A kneecap reduced to splinters. A missing pinky, middle-aged. It's none other than Theodore Gilded.
Oh boy, Sherlock. Another death means another question.
And we shall answer the question. It's far too interesting to give it up to the police. Didn't we get to fly in it as children? I doubt it could hold my weight today. An amount of attention that most can only dream of. A strong pull broke this leash. A pool of blood and saliva, possibly as a result of impact.
elephant with this? Really? People are hopeless. Sherlock, take a picture of the footprint. It's valuable evidence. This photograph can help us find the old article about the elephants. The front page was fascinating. It was hard to believe as a child.
True. We may need it in our investigation. A royal suite for a favorite pet.
Plenty of food to satisfy even the most fastidious.
So we have an elephant here. Something went wrong. Okay. Oh shit. What's here, I think? Door maybe? Left click here.
Stop the presses. Who is Cordona's handsome stranger? Or Nosebaggerspun's local wife? Wait, no. Foppish foreigner hides dark past. Oh, you've made quite the impression already, Mr. Holmes. You care to tell your side of the story?
I'm quite certain I have no idea as to what you refer, and I am further certain I have no interest in indulging your gossip.
Gossip? The truth will come out, but will only be heard if told well. Scandal, daring-do, romance. These are the tools of every good journalist. Nothing travels faster or lasts longer than a great story. Young man, your tale will be told with or without you. My readers demand it.
You already knew my name and seem aware of my doings here in Cordona. I presume this newspaper is your little endeavor?
Yasmin Sertel, editor-in-chief of the Cordona Chronicle. Advocate of the free press, voice of the people, scourge of the silk stocking.
Charmed, I'm sure. As an advocate of the free press, I trust you'll permit me to consult your archives? There are gaps in my knowledge of Cordona.
Oh, so my work does have merit. Well, I think we can strike a bargain. I shall provide you access, and you let me keep writing about your exploits.
So be it.
Brooding bachelor builds bridges. Now that's character development.
I guess I owe you my gratitude.
What can I say? I've always enjoyed working with the Holmes. They whisper such interesting things.
And yes, he said. Page. this. Pick up. It was written by Sanchim the Son. The Lord of All Beasts, written by Dr. Ian Mencius. Only like a few can claim to have beheld this planet's strangest and most wonderful fellow, the elephant. Said to be land's the largest animal, this colossal yet friendly creature enchants all with its size, intelligence and communication. Elephants are mammals just like humans and originate in Asia and Africa. Despite feet that reach 18 to 25 inches in adult males, the elephant is surprisingly agile, and in concert with its prehensile trunk can perform feats of remarkable dexterity. Elephants form strong emotional bonds with their loved ones. Some scientists have even reported witnessing signs of grief or happiness. Perhaps the question is not how much elephants resemble us, but how much we resemble them. Elephant Man.
That's the article. Feeling old already?
I love it when the search is simple. Sherry knows I hate digging through papers and keeps his quest as short as he can. Love these smaller moments where something from the past makes the case resonate and brings us closer together. Lords of all beasts. Okay. So you need to go back. We need to find where he went. Go outside.
I'm watching you closely, Mr. Holmes. See if we can follow where it went.
As if they were struck by a battering ram.
I wonder how we managed not to hear any of this.
Doesn't look like anything has been running this way. Let's see. Did that, you did that.
A sailor's knife useful for cutting wet and thick ropes. It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding. A coal gas tank, enough to pump up an airship. Fresh signs of impact. A rough landing led to an altercation with this shed. Heaven.
Yeah. That be it. What else do we have? I don't think he did anything to the elephants. been it? I think so.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
So if one is gonna go by it, then so.
In a fit of rage, the elephant broke the chain and threw its victim on the ground with a fierce power. Escaping the scene, it pulled the body with it, but dropped it at the gate. At least some of this was witnessed by a third party who was hurled against the shed. The elephant can't have gone too far. I can still track it.
Well, suppose you find it. Then what? Push it all the way back to the manor?
What's happened? Oh, where is it?
Down this way. Dead end.
Ooh, where's it?
Help me, please.
I have nothing to hide, sir, but I've never heard of this.
Are you able to help me?
I have nothing to hide, sir, but I've never heard of this.
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry. You sure you know what you're doing?
Can't really see any. You would think you would see something if an elephant ran in a direction. See if you can get
Is this familiar to you?
I'll help you, sir. You have my full attention.
Stefan and go across the Greek bridge in the direction of the forest where Theodore used to walk in.
Oh, who's it?
I asked them before, they didn't want to talk to me or say anything. We have footprints.
The elephant barged into this cart of olive oil.
What if we're lucky and he slipped and fell somewhere along the way?
Slipped and fell? Perhaps.
Okay, hear me out. If an elephant falls in the forest and there's no one around to...
John, no.
Oh, you're such a killjoy.
I'll say if nobody hears him.
Strange. It was hung with care. The game has escaped us for now. We'll find a solution to the elephant problem later.
Dear Theodore, I'm writing to you as a fellow islander. I value our friendship just as I value the lives of our people, although I'm afraid this one-sided friendship cannot tie my hands any longer. I'm being made to look weak in the eyes of your neighbors. They believe that your tree is a mockery and not a peace offering as you intended. Your people are afraid. You refuse to give the elephant a proper trainer, instead using your own limited knowledge to teach it. It is an impossible situation. I admit that I did think of having the elephant forcibly taken and given to Mr. Tailheart, who has shown that he is quite capable of looking after the elephant bean, although she is a female and far less frightening than your beast. Please reconsider the situation, Sir William Sinclair, Governor of Cordona.
Want to go for a swim?
How about no? So, if we have the keys to maybe enter that place? Let's see. Pom 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 pom.
I can always recognize the spirit of a true artist.
No. Well.
This young lady has a childish interest for her age.
You. Who are you?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. Theodore Gilden was...
Did you kill him? Did you kill the elephant?
It's not in the yard anymore. It escaped into the forest.
You can't let it go. What if it returns?
I highly doubt that, Miss...
Imogen Gilden. Please, I beg of you, find that dreadful beast that killed my father.
I suppose we do need to learn what happened. Can you tell me what happened? From the very start.
I was here, so I didn't see how it began. My father visits the enclosure every morning to wake up Goliath. Today, I heard the elephant scream. I've never heard such a horrifying sound. My heart stopped. I knew something was wrong. I looked through my window and saw how it lifted my father up by his neck. I rushed downstairs. I saw it dragging my father as if he were a doll. I threw stones at it. It dropped my father's body and charged outside, screaming. Its roar was almost human. I was frightened, so I ran inside and hid here.
Well, it was the most probable outcome, living with a giant wild animal such as that.
How can you be so cold? Goliath murdered my father, Mr. Holmes. He mustn't be allowed to get away with it.
Well, thank you for the information, Miss Gilden. I did have some questions for your father. Perhaps you might help me with them?
I wasn't privy to much of my father's life, and it's very hard to think of anything at all with Goliath still loose. Please, Mr. Holmes.
Very well. Do you mind if I ask you more questions if I find anything that might help?
Anything to catch that monster. I've nothing to say about this.
Did you observe anyone else in the yard? Any of your servants, perhaps?
Servants? Do you imagine that we would have any with Goliath? No one wishes to work in this house, even for double pay. I didn't see anyone else. Only my father and that diabolical beast.
Had Goliath been aggressive before?
It's dangerous, but it was never aggressive near my father. My father would do anything for Goliath. All the elephant had to do was clap its ears.
You envied him, the elephant, I mean?
Our house is called the House of Ivory. I've heard some people refer to me as the Ivory Girl, and my room stinks of the animal, as if it's me who lives in a pen and not Goliath. It's not envy, Mr. Holmes. It's just incredibly difficult to live like this.
Miss Gilden, I was on this island 10 years ago, and your father knew my mother. I believe I even had the opportunity to ride that balloon outside, but I do not recall seeing you.
I lived at my late mother's in Sheffield at the time. I'm in no spirit to reminisce right now. The elephant is out there.
You've never heard the name Violet Holmes before? Perhaps your father...
Please, Mr. Holmes. With that beast roaming free, I can't think of anything.
Very well.
Can we just put her out of misery? He's more of a beast than an elephant.
A commendable effort to barricade the windows. A commendable effort to barricade the windows.
Who's a cute bird?
She packed as much as she could carry. False idols? Oh, sounds utterly dreary. The same dull poses on all romantic photographs. So idyllic. Enjoy your happily ever after before it stales.
Hey, Sherry, we need to talk. You found false idols. We need to find the remaining two.
What does bazooka even mean? Would this paper be good for anything but blowing one's nose on?
They're not rubbish, Sherry. There's something more. I'm serious.
Very well. I doubt it'll be worth it, but I will find them for you, John.
You'll thank me later. They're some of the most imaginative books I've ever read.
What did you say?
Speaking aloud helps me think. I have to leave you for now.
So, wonder if we have anything more to tell her. Nothing more here. Her room. There. Interesting room.
The nicest spot in the room. Mr. Gilden spent hours of his life right here.
Staring at an elephant's backside. What a wonderful life.
Quite spectrum, from the history of the Roman Empire to conspiracy theories of the French Revolution. Mother. It's nice to see her young and smiling. From before Mycroft was born, our family loves to prod at the past.
Holmes's desire to rake up the past is hereditary.
What's so special about this place? Another elephant?
Ivory Baths.
A catchy title. A partnership annulled with a single stroke of a pen. I should take a photograph of the plans. I don't want to carry them around.
Pinky.
A relatively functional choice to replace the finger. Oh, the pungent stench of an animal.
Did Theodore seek some pink elephants with this?
I think Miss Gilden has barely matured. I think they were closer than you and me, John.
I'm hurt.
Local wealthy resident Theodore Gilden, 55, purchased an Indian elephant from a traveling circus. Mr. Gilden commented, "It is a wonderful opportunity. There is no one on this island better suited to provide such a comfortable home for this elephant. It is a paradise for a noble creature. No longer will this animal be locked in a tent with clowns. He will be my companion from now on, my second child, and I will protect him. Don't be jealous, people of Cordona. I am your best citizen. Only time will tell if this is a midsummer madness or not. The neighboring elite of Cordona are shocked to read the news and furthermore to hear the terrible trumpetings of the beast, but they are having to accept the eccentricity of one of Cordona's most powerful. Now we can all say that the riches of our island have troubles to bear too, the same as the rest of us."
His second child? An apparent son and heir, I'd say.
Looks eccentric and smells eccentric.
A Swift, huh? What are we supposed to do? Can't find any more books here. If she knows who this is.
A. Swift, is this name familiar to you? Your father had it removed from this plan.
Oh, that's Arthur Swift. I've seen him a couple of times here. He works with my father in the old city, digging up something ancient.
He is an archaeologist?
That's the word, yes. But to be truthful, I really don't think Mr. Swift is fit to be one. I've just learnt a lot about archaeology from my favourite book series. Oh, they are page-turners.
Inspirational, I'm sure, but would you happen to know where this Mr. Swift might be found?
I don't, but perhaps you can find out somewhere. My father's work with him is all official. Lots of boring legal papers with signatures and stuff.
And, which part of the elephant is in here? It's quite pungent.
Oh, that. It's elephant sweat. Father believed that it might replace traditional ambergris.
Well, that's true entrepreneur spirit.
Like certain streamers did, huh? Bathwater and stuff. Okay, so she said about this one?
How can you read something like this? It's hard to swallow, and that's not due to the hard cover.
You're hardly serious. Any library without Nabe and Laura is incomplete. If you can read, then these books are an absolute must. Love and adventure. They're about life.
Oh, I wasn't aware that exploding pyramids were a part of daily life on Cordona.
You haven't seen life, so you might try reading about it at least.
Okay.
I found this. Who's this young lad next to you, your faithful knight?
Paul. He's my pirate. He's not really a pirate. I just call him that. It probably sounds very silly.
Your secret is safe in my hands. Does Paul work somewhere? What is his surname?
His name is Paul Perks. He and his yacht Whirlpool are the champions of the Salacia Yacht Club. He sails there. I'll show you where it is on the map if you need to meet him.
A yachting champion? Well, that will be a first. I prefer dry land. And so does my suit. These bags of yours, it looks as if you've packed your entire room. Were you planning on going somewhere?
My partner and I, we wanted a change, a fresh start abroad. But now I have to stay here. Here, an orphan.
Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna go to the yacht club. Oh. Doesn't look like there's any more books around here, though.
How are you?
Yeah. There are two locations in Grand Surrey that caused a great deal of trouble over a long period of time for the local police patrol. The first is situated at the spot where you are reading this note. The second at a similar structure near the crossing of Burnett Street and Baskerville Street. At midnight, a group of vandals would regularly leave obscene graffiti depicting local aristocratic families near one of the 2 points. I studied these occurrences and noticed the following details. The graffiti's appearances depended upon the direction of the police patrol. Each time the police patrol set out from the police station towards the yacht club, graffiti would be waiting for them at point 2. Each time the police patrol would head in the opposite direction, graffiti would appear at point 1. It was obvious to me that the culprits communicated the police patrol's approach somehow. There was no direct division between the 2 points, however, so they must have used an intermediary location to send warning from one point to the other. I've hidden this coin in that intermediary spot in an object that they use for communication. I wonder if they use the... yes. What should I have been using? It was night, and we can use some type of light or something. I said there's no direct to visual. Vernon Street and Baskerville Street. I have to go up and look. Is it up here? This one in here, you can see
Hello.
both.
It's going to be raining soon.
One of a kind made as a proposal to the British Secretary of State. This design was rejected, and all successive copper coins had a seated figure of Britannia. A British grain to replace the habber on Malta. Mother had a relative in the Maltese government who gave this unique coin as a wedding gift.
Okay, 2. I thought I have to do something talking to people, but I just don't know. It's just... I don't want to do this make some sense.
Look who's here. Can you believe?
Run all the way around.
Are you able to help me?
That's a question I can answer.
A club members mentioned that Paul missed the race and no one has seen him since morning. Now playing in his room in the workshop south of the yacht club. Guess we're gonna be fighting, shooting here.
Champion's Whirlpool. bread and butter. Bloodied bandages. Has someone been hurt?
Where would a champion hide a key?
A foghorn to navigate and warn others at sea.
You should have a warning to cover your ears.
Sails of hatred. I suppose there is something for everyone, including champions.
Who knew archaeology could be so exciting?
Exciting is certainly a word.
We can become pirates and show them what should be stored in here.
I hope Paul is more skilled at yachting than he is at hiding keys. Bloodied bandages. To earn big, you have to spend big. Old betting slips. Paul always bets on Whirlpool. One victory after another. Additional earnings to sweeten the victory. An interesting place for a message to a champion.
You gormless, gilly wetfoot. You think you can leech off of my family, steal my money, exploit my daughter? This ends today. Your career is over. I should give you one final warning. If you refuse to cooperate, you will find yourself in deep water. Gilden. That's a dad, huh?
Mr. Gilden wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty. An expensive set of tools for woodwork. An amateur wouldn't know how to use these. A box full of darts. Each has a needle and can be loaded with drugs. Shipbuilding, shipwright's tricks, sail weaving.
don't get to back out of our day. You do not get to leave on a whim. We need you to get us fresh leaves for our tea party. Any questions? The boys will keep an eye on you at the race. There's anything else, yeah. That's that one. This will be done.
Too ordinary a room for a champion. There's no incentive to put in any effort.
I don't see anything else we can do in there. You like that view, huh?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I can't help you with that, sir.
Can I ask you a question?
I can't help you with that, sir.
So you had darts. Um, hmm. I'm missing something somewhere around here.
Can I ask you a question?
I can't help you with that, sir.
Damn, someone scratched up one pretty badly. But it feels like there's something I'm missing in here. I just don't know what. Come on. I mean, that's a Z. First it wasn't there, and then he just popped in. You already been here, right? Oh.
Undeniably psychotropes. Not for toothache, I think. A typical tea tin. I wonder what he has for biscuits.
Oi! Hands off my possessions before you lose your fingers. Are you illiterate? The rules are written everywhere.
Ah, Mr. Perks, the cabin boy himself.
Champion, you mean? I was right. You are illiterate. I think a couple of shiners might teach you. One last chance. Who are you?
I am a friend of Theodore Gilden. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I need a few words from you about...
Get out of here. I'm not joking. Leave this place before you have cause to regret it. I will use force.
Do the police still throw people in prison for smuggling? Oh yes, with you helpless and handcuffed, I'd learn a few more secrets. We don't need to compete with our egos now, surely.
Oh no. I'd rather you tell me something more, so that I might have more reasons to punch you out.
We're gonna... Well, I don't think she's a professional smuggler, exactly. Yeah, she's a sports lady.
I'm impressed by how well a woman can handle a yacht and endure so many hardships on the open sea. The revelation of your nature could well humiliate so many rich men here, not to mention how you have broken the rules. But I understand. You've done this to forge a real career in the sport. But tell me something. Has no one asked you why you don't grow a beard?
Shh. Have you been following me? You better not be wanting to end my career, because I swear you'll regret it if I get outed.
Damn you, Paul. I'm sick of... Who's this peacock? Does he know who I am?
I definitely know who you are not. You're not a dictionary reader, at least. I wanted to see how you... pals interact with each other in your natural habitat. But I'm afraid I have to interfere.
I'm coming.
Don't...
Eat lead.
What the? Oh, come on, what the?
The snuff's ready.
Good day. Take a rest.
Give him the pepper snuff. Time to knock this guy out.
No more crime for you until...
Get ready for some pain.
Can overcome the brute.
Don't bother moving. You've lost.
I will end you.
The snuff's ready.
I'm coming.
Don't cry, you'll live.
How did that not hit?
Take this. I couldn't miss the party.
Yeah, but it's supposed to shoot off the armor plate.
Time to knock this guy out.
I have to shoot his armor
The
plates
snuff's
off
ready.
before I can do anything to capture him.
And there's no reward for risking our lives.
Paul's explanation will suffice. Your fellow mariners have a strange way of showing hospitality.
They were not my friends.
But I
Are you
thought I
sure?
had
I'd
it
rather risk my neck for someone who's at
pointedly
least
right
honest
on
and
it
thankful.
twice.
Perhaps then don't enter someone's life and be so judgmental, pretending you're better than they are.
I don't
Give me your
know.
perspective and allow me to see through your eyes. What were you doing this morning, Miss Perks?
Don't call me that. I'm a champion. I was sailing.
The other club members told me that you missed the race this morning. Do champions not need to practice?
You've talked with them already. No, I wasn't racing. I visited the doctor after that attack on me, and then I had to honor the deal with the bandits you just took care of.
I tried to tell you before, but your partners interrupted. Have you heard the news? Theodore Gilden is dead. Do you have anything to say?
Well, what a shock. To me, he was an angry old ogre. Good riddance. Was it Goliath that killed him? Did it crush him? Break his bones? Come on, tell me. I want all the details.
You have an unusual way of showing grief. Imogen wouldn't appreciate that. But yes, the animal could have been involved.
It's poetic in a way, isn't it? It takes a beast to kill a monster. I wish I could have been that elephant.
You're asking for trouble with this smuggling business. You'd better leave it before they smuggle you out in a barrel.
Don't patronize me. I've only ever had trouble with law-abiding citizens like Gilden and you, never bandits. So ask me anything you want, and then get out of my sight.
Okay. We have that. No. Where's that?
I don't know what you're suggesting.
Look what I found. A box full of darts.
Hey, that's mine.
I confiscated it. These darts appear to be filled with something. Poison? How powerful is it?
It's strychnine. Enough to instantly kill a small rodent. I haven't tried it on a human. Yet. I hope you know what you're doing.
Could it immobilize a larger animal, say, an elephant?
I've never tried, but I have wondered. I don't know what this means.
You smuggle illicit psychotropes on your yacht. Not a delivery for the hospital, I'm sure.
Of course not. I've had to cut corners to earn some money. How might a person afford to pay for a yacht in an honest way? I don't know, although I'm smart. The buyers are my customers. Adults who are willing to pay for their pleasure, or weapons for jewels. Whatever they want me to deliver. Nothing criminal.
Well, it's your lucky day. I'm not here because of smuggling. Have you tasted this tea yourself?
I wouldn't have been a champion if I had used it. It's just a side business that keeps my career afloat. It's quite expensive to compete in yachting. Sometimes I cut corners.
Such as fixing whirlpool yourself?
Exactly. And sometimes I just have to pay. That's how I earn money. I don't sell slaves or take the last mangear from a poor family.
It seems as though Theodore Gilden hung a sword of Damocles over your life and career. Were these only words or something more serious?
Check my forearm. Pulled muscles and bruises. Small cuts. Nothing that you could call serious.
I doubt that a man in his late 50s could wrestle you.
It wasn't him. He behaved like a rat and hired brutes. His boys tried to lock my hands behind my back, but I was faster and I escaped.
Was he so protective of his daughter, or was it your feminine secret that provoked him?
My guess is that he was protecting his property. As he saw it, he owned Imogen, and he treated her like a piece of furniture. He didn't want his daughter to be loved by anyone. What's more painful is that Theodore didn't allow me to love his daughter. Typical.
I'm not sure that your relationship with Imogen could be described as typical.
Are you afraid of a woman in trousers? Now that's typical of men.
Between yachts, darts, and notes from bandits, I've discovered many fascinating facts about you. But this, an installment of Nabe and Laura's adventures. Why did you sully your library with this?
It's a gift from Imogen. I didn't buy it. I might have turned a couple of pages, but nothing more. I swear.
I will give you the benefit of the doubt, but your literary taste has put you on my blacklist. A charming picture. I've heard that champions do often pose with their trophies.
Cheeky. It is a lovely trophy, though. I'm sure you will agree.
What is it that you like most about her? Her naivety? Her father's money?
A somewhat difficult choice. Especially now that her father is out of the equation.
Difficult choice, money or...
Imogen doesn't strike me as an industrious young lady, so I find it strange that she was busy packing up all her belongings when Mr. Gilden died. That's some favorable wind in your sails, isn't it?
Is it so suspicious that a couple might embark on a trip? I wanted to thank her, so we planned to go traveling. A Theodore-free place, without elephants.
The timing of it is suspicious, however. Your lady friend becomes an orphan and heir, and there's a planned trip directly afterwards.
An improvised romantic dinner will never please a spoilt girl. A planned voyage might. It's not spur of the moment.
I wonder if she knows anything about this.
A. Swift. Are you familiar with this name? The gentleman had business with Mr. Gilden.
Likely just another strange and wrinkled fellow like old Gilden was. Perhaps this Swift person has a rhino, and they wanted to see which pet was stronger. In other words, I don't know who he is, but I bet he's crazy like Theodore.
I doubt that court owner has ever boasted a battle arena for that size of mammal. You have an interesting imagination. What can you tell me about the elephant?
He's smarter than some people here, including his owner. Although I feel he could be dangerous, no matter how much he's fed.
Why is that? Have you ever seen Goliath attack anyone?
Well, not exactly. But I saw it, abusing some poor tree during one of its walks with Theodore. The expression on that old ninny's face was priceless. But it wasn't funny to look at. Believe me, it was frightening.
Does this knife seem familiar? I didn't find it in your competitor's back, to be clear.
This knife is as blunt as your humor. It's a bosun's knife, but it's not mine. I wouldn't be so careless as to mislay my tools.
Okay. Looks like we got a lot of information there. Hey, what? Okay, guess we are done. So, I wonder if we should go here now then? Guess that must be the next step, right? Or we need to provide more answers if we find anything else. Maybe. Let's go back. To her then. Got new evidence. Then we go to work our way to the old city. Let's see.
Have you seen what your father sent to Paul?
This is despicable. My father was never a gentleman, but this crosses the line. I knew that father wasn't fond of Paul, but this is just awful. If only he could have seen how good Paulie is to me.
Are you aware that Paul smuggles drugs for a dangerous gang?
Mr. Holmes, I've already told you. I call him a pirate in play. He's not an actual pirate. He's a champion and a brave gentleman, not a thug.
Let us agree to disagree on that. But don't be surprised if one of his clients knocks on your door.
Okay. Let's see then.